Good morning, everybody. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri BB, and we're going to talk right now. I do have some cards up, and I've been trying to come on here and pull some cards, but I've been guided not to. So I followed that guidance of not pulling a card. You might have seen me on YouTube. Um, it's been a lot of things I've been watching, and it's part of my inner child, believe it or not. I've been watching some videos and things like that, and I might talk about that. I might make it into another video because it's about transformation. Uh, but what I want to talk about today, which I just wrote down, is belief systems, how to get unstuck, how to stop being stubborn. And it's interesting because I just started writing, and I'll read what I've written. I'm still figuring this out. What I do understand is that expectation has a lot to do with this. We are all not supposed to have any expectations about anything from anyone. Yet, your environment makes you expect and hope for things not within you. Family expects you to follow what they have done. Friends expect you to do what they do. Work expects you to follow their rules that make you do things that you don't want to do. All of these situations want you to follow their own rules, but they want you not to follow your own inner compass, own birthright, freedom of birthright, of choice, your own choice. The minute you stop doing what your friends and family want you to do, if you are strong enough, you will find your inner compass, your birthright, your inner wisdom, your compass, your bliss, your journey within yourself. I'm not even talking about divine masculine. This is just for you. Am I close to getting back to my birthright? No. I mean, I'm on the road, but I'm not close. I'm definitely moving forward, continually looking within and clearing things not of my own inner knowing, not of my own birthright. What I want to talk about now is about 15 years ago, I lived in the city where my mother lived, and a little bit of the family that do live in the state I live in, they live in. Most of my family doesn't live in this state. Most of my family lives in other states. And that's been most of my life. Most of my life, my family has been in other areas. As a child, I just pretty much had my family, and I think I had, down the street, I had another set of cousins that lived 3 doors down from us. But that was many, many years ago. They're all scattered about too. Most of them are in this state that I live in now. But 15 years ago, I made the decision to move from the city that I lived in. I moved about 40 miles away. I never even knew this place existed. And when I moved out, when I got ready to move, I told my mother, and she was like, well, why are you moving? And I said, well, it was either I move here or I leave the state. And she shut up. For a while, nobody came to visit me. And I still don't get a lot of visitors to this day. I like that. They don't know how to get out here. Or if their driver's license and things like that ain't right, they don't want to come out here because they want to get a ticket. I like that. I'm away from a lot of drama. I learned a long time ago from my childhood. I remember as a child saying, when I'm able to move away, I'm going to move away. And it took me a long time. It took me about over 40 years to do it. No, Yeah, I'll say about 40 years to do it, because I'm in my 50s. I have no problem stating that. Took me a while, took me that long to do that. And it took me, even when I moved away, it took me, because I brought my younger children, my older children were old enough to do their own thing. They came, but they didn't like it here. The frequency was too calm for them. Well, for one of them, the frequency was too calm. So they went back. They went back to where I used to live, and they did their own thing. The other one, my oldest, he adapted. He's like me. He can adapt wherever he goes. He has no problem adjusting, and now where he is now, he's doing well. He's like me. I know he's a divine masculine. I know for sure. I raised most of my children. Well, no, we won't get into that. But anyway, but that one, my oldest, is a divine masculine. Um, but I moved out. When I moved out here, I wanted peace and quiet. It took us about 2 years to really adjust to being in a calm environment. My children, and this is sad to say, during the holidays out this way, which we didn't know, 4th of July, they do firecrackers and things out here. My kids were ducking, and they were scared, because where we were, that was a normal occurrence. Here, they were just so. Well, actually, let me back away. They heard the firecrackers and they weren't scared. But after about 2 years, then they were, because it was like, wait a minute, what is that? Because our bodies had gotten to the point where we were not under that type of trauma that we were in while we were in that other city. And most people, when they come out here, they're like, oh, it's nice out here, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, it's nice out here, but you can't bring your behavior that you do over there. You can't bring that over here. They don't take that kind of behavior. So, like I said, I'm very peaceful. The only thing that has happened that's caused some issues is about a month, not even a month, it might have been a month, 3 weeks at the most. A car, I don't know if they were drunk or if it was a medical situation, it came off of the road and it hit the apartment building that I live in. It hit that building, the building downstairs. I'm upstairs. I don't do downstairs apartments. I'm always going to do an upper apartment. It ran off the road and ran up a hill, and because it's not like I'm right, you look out in the car. No, it's a hill and other stuff before you can get to the main road. The car came, crossed over, went over the hill, didn't hit a tree or any poles, and ran into the apartment. So you might hear some banging. That's been the most that's been going on, and I wasn't even here when it happened. I was actually on my way back home when I saw the ambulance and everything. That's been the most drama that's happened for me. Otherwise, I don't do drama. I learned a long time ago, I want to be peaceful. Wherever I lay my head, I want to be able to sleep in peace and not have to deal with any drama. And I think that's an issue that a lot of twin flames, whether it's a masculine or a feminine, that they've dealt with. They've dealt with a lot of chaos in their lives. Now, even for me, I didn't deal with chaos per se, like a family dynamic, but I had an individual who was very chaotic. My mother was, anyway, I've talked about how, and I don't know if I've talked about her, but I've written it down, how our relationship was. It was very tumultuous. It still is to a certain degree, but at this point in her life, she's way different than where she is now. But I'm not talking about that. Also, what I did, I left Facebook. I think it's been about a year. It almost be a year. I don't remember. I left Facebook. I don't do the herd mentality. I do not like drama. I don't want to compete with nobody. I don't want to see who got on the newest this. I don't want to know who's married to who, who's creeping with who, who's doing this, who's doing. I don't want to know about that. I don't want to hear about your vacation. I don't want to hear about now a new baby. Send me if they were on my friends list, they got my phone number. They don't even have my phone number. When I left Facebook, I changed my phone number. I don't do none of that. I don't have time for that. I'm not a superficial person. I don't have no makeup on. I might come on in here, I might come on if I went to work. You might see me with some makeup on because I went to work. I'm not going to go to work looking like this. I'm just not. I don't work in that in the 3D. No. I'm at home. If you don't see me, I might have my pajamas on. I'm keeping it real. You might hear my voice. But, I'm just saying, this is how you have to get unstuck. You have to get unstuck. You have to leave it all. I'm a living witness. You have to leave those environments. And it's been 15 years since I moved away, and I still feel the lingering of things. And that's why I say I don't think that I'm fully free of them, because there are some mental things that I'm still trying to work out. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to understand, is this my own belief or is this something that was pushed on me? Because per se, most of the people in my family, they married. I said I didn't want to be married. But there's the divine masculine. And every now and then I get that little inch, that feeling like, okay, maybe I do want to be married. Would I marry him if he asked me? Probably. But I'm trying to figure out, before I even get to that part, if we ever make it to that point, am I doing this because I want to do it, or is it because I want to wear the white dress and all that? Because they push that stuff. I stopped watching TV. There's a TV right over here, and I think I turned it on for the Super Bowl, and I really wasn't watching it. I was watching the Puppy Bowl on my phone. While they were watching the Super Bowl, I was watching the Puppy Bowl. The TV, it makes me feel some kind of way. It does, because I can see the messages in the TV. I'm that type of person. That's part of my gift. I can see things, and I can see what really is being said, whereas the average person be like, no, I didn't see that. I don't want to see it no more either, because it's triggering. Sometimes it's triggering because depending on what else is going on. If I'm still looking with my eyes, because that's part of what I'm dealing with. Every now and then, I don't do it as much, but every now and then I'll see something and it'll trigger me. And I'm trying to get out of that energy. But you have to get away from people. You have to get away from situations. You have to get within yourself. And that's hard, because a lot of people can't be by themselves. They don't know how to be by themselves. I like it. Like, I'm here by myself now. You hear the dryer going. You might hear some banging when the workmen are fixing that hole down in that apartment outside, downstairs. But pretty much, I could be here by myself, and I'm A-okay. I'm not saying divine, when I'm with divine masculine, I'm not happy, because I am. I don't have a problem with that. Let me see. When I talk about my job, I never thought I'd be with that job 15 years, because I switched to that job once I moved out here, because it didn't make sense for me to drive to the other jobs. And I was making good money at the other jobs, but it was too far. I was driving over 100 miles a day, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. That makes no sense. Nope. So I took my income was cut tremendously. But I took the job under the pretense of, okay, if I work this job, I'll be able to do A, B, C, D for the kids. Because they were young. 10 and 13, 14. Yeah. So I took that type of job. I'm still there. They love me there. Um, it's like I have a gift for gab, but I don't tolerate mess, and they know it. The managers know that I say what I need to say, and sometimes I don't say it in the nicest way. But as Sophia Charles has said, you have to push. If they come to you with that energy, you have to push it back on them. And they don't, the people don't like that. They don't, and then it's part of this too. Because I'm one of the few at my place of employment. They don't like hearing talk back. They expect me to bow down, and no, that ain't happening. That's never happened. Even Divine Masculine knows that ain't happening. Let me see. But I am working on getting away from that job. I can get a pension from that job. And it's not that I stayed there long enough to get a pentacle, because that's what that pension would be. Actually, I'm a people person, so I like talking to people, and I like interacting with people. I do good in certain group environments when I know that there's not any negativity there. I can be the peacemaker, if per se things happen. If I feel the need, if I feel the energy is not conducive to me being the mediator, I just leave things alone. I'm down to like 2 or 3 days a week at the job. I like that. I think they're gonna try and make me come back a little bit more. But I've begun my own thing. A lot of people don't, I'm a special ed. I have a special ed background. I chose not to go into the public schools. I did it last year, and I did enjoy myself. But I did find myself being made to conform into certain things and do certain things, and I didn't really feel comfortable with being made to conform to do things. I like to just do what I want to do when I want to do it. So I've taken on, I have a little star seed. That I've been tutoring, and he's coming along. I'm really proud of him. Trying to make him, I can see some things that he's a little divine masculine. I can see some things that his home environment, I'm seeing some things that probably some of the divine masculines and divine feminines have dealt with in their household. I'm seeing them because I've been in the house. I see what's going on. And now it's to the point. I said, come on, you come. He comes here now so that he can be away from that and be in a different frequency. And I've noticed, even with his schoolwork, is better. He's doing better. The environment, the frequency is different. I will say this, the people who have come to my house, they automatically say the frequency here is very relaxing, because that's what I want. No drama. We can't have none of that here. I'm not about that. Anything else that I want to talk about? Because this is like 20 minutes. I didn't think I was going to talk this long. Being stubborn. I have noticed, even though I have moved away from family and friends, and they are on a need to, if I do talk to anybody about anything, it's on a need to know basis. They're asking me questions more so of when can we do whatever, and I decide whether or not. I have to not be so stubborn, not set in my ways, and that's even dealing with divine masculine. Things don't have to always be a certain way. I'm getting there. The only thing, like I was telling my little star seed, math, you have to do it a certain way. If you don't, it's wrong. Anything else, we can kind of move around, because he's even showing me that. So, it's good to know that a little star seed can teach this old star seed. Some new tricks and things like that. Let me see. The journey has been interesting. I like the journey. I like since I've been working on the Sophia Charles's program, I have noticed a lot of changes within myself and with my twin flame dynamic, per se. And I will make another video about that. But I pretty much, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. I'm hoping that this type of conversation will help somebody, because I know for me, when I moved away, that was part of my inner child saying, go, get out. And by me moving away, my inner child had a little bit more freedom. I could do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. I didn't have to answer to anybody. Not that I was answering before, but people, well, what you doing? Where you going? Are you going to come out? I'm too far away. I like that. That sounds so wrong, but it's the truth. I like being away. I don't want to hear about your drama. I don't want to hear about who did what to who. I don't care. I don't want to know about it. No. Leave me alone. And they know that. You know, my family, they actually ask now. And I'm not saying, this is not my children I'm talking about. This is adults. My sister, my brother-in-law, my brother. I don't even talk to my brother. That's a whole nother conversation. Okay, let me stop there because we already almost at 22 minutes. I'm hoping that this conversation has helped you, put some perspective on how moving away will free you, how moving away, getting into your own space will open you up, literally opens you up to other avenues of doing things, seeing things in new ways, having new experiences, and not having to deal with family and friends. I don't even answer my phone. When I put this on, I have do not disturb set up. So my phone not going to ring. It might beep or something, but I don't have to answer it. And even if I forget to do that, I still don't have to answer it. I'll call them back when I want to. That's how you do that. All right. This is it. I keep rambling. You all take care. I'm going to come back and I will do a reading today because, like I said, I've been trying to do a reading for the longest. I've been doing readings for myself and not even writing them down. I've just been shuffling. Me and the cards have been having a good relationship. You know, I shuffle the cards so that they can get used to me and I'm getting used to them. And I kind of like them. They're doing better. All right. I will see you all soon. You all take care. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations. I also want to thank the new subscribers that have clicked the subscription button. Thank you for doing so. If you want to share my messages, I have no problem with you doing so. I'm here to share. I'm here to help. I'm here to educate by my journey. One day I'll talk about the whole thing, but I just do it in spurts. I've got a lot to say. All right. You all take care. Peace.